Good day, everyone, and welcome to the June edition of Brunch and Brainstorm, a monthly series designed for HR and business professionals alike. It is the time where I, Kimberly Herring, the HR strategist, come to you with a hot topic in the industry. And not only do I talk about the challenges with this topic, I talk about practical solutions to address your needs as well. Today's topic, we're going to be discussing the millennials and the industry focus on changing policies and practices and procedures to attract and retain them. Now, even if you've been sleeping under a rock for the past year, there's no way you could have escaped all of the conversation about millennials and what they want from their employers. But today, I want to provide three reasons why I believe following this trend is a bad idea, as well as give you five practical strategies that you can implement today to not only change the experience for your millennials, but for all of your employees within your organization. But first, let me begin by defining the term millennials. Who is this group of people we have come to commonly refer to as one body as if they are a new species? Although the age range changes slightly depending on who's reporting, millennials are individuals born between the year 1982 and the year 2000. They grew up immersed in the digital world and is the first digital natives to join the workforce. According to the Pew Research team, the millennials are now running neck and neck with the infamous baby boomers in terms of numbers and will soon be the largest age group in the American population thanks to immigration. So, to a certain degree, I believe we should be concerned with their desires. However, this focus on the millennials has become like a runaway train. For example, I began my research for this presentation with a single search inquiry. I typed in the question, "What do millennials want?" And to my surprise, the inquiry returned 22,900,000 results. Naturally, I narrowed my search and I typed in, "What do millennials want from their employer?" And still I got roughly 989,000 results. So I perused the first couple of pages and noticed a redundancy. And this is what millennials want. After everything that I've searched, this is the list. They want flexibility, meaningful work, meaning they want to make an impact. They want leadership and growth opportunities, an opportunity to work with talented people. They want a great salary, and they want the business to put the people before profits. When you take a look at this list, you will notice that what researchers are claiming millennials want is really no different than what any other employee from any other age group is seeking. So, why should you direct all of your attention, resources, and efforts on one group of employees? When you think about it, it really doesn't make sense. But I'm going to give you three reasons why you should not follow this trend. Number one, if you follow this trend, you may only see marginal positive results. I found this article from the Harvard Business Review, and as you can see from this chart, there is not much difference between the generations and what they were like from their work experience. To the left of your screen are the age ranges of the various generations. Millennials are between the ages of 18 and 35 to 36 years old. Your Gen Xers are 36 to 51, and your baby boomers are 52 to 70 years old. And when asked about their long term career goals and what they want from their employers, approximately 20% from the millennials, boomers, as well as the Gen Xers all stated the same thing. Therefore, if you was to place all of your resources on one group, you're not guaranteed to see a bang for your buck. The second reason why I believe this is a bad trend to follow is because if you do, you would definitely alienate other members of your team. Although baby boomers are leaving the market, they are still holding on, and thankfully so. Baby boomers have the experience needed to keep the market afloat until the next generation is trained up. Unfortunately, Gen Xers have been shut out of top positions due to the presence of boomers' extended time in the workforce. So, they may need some time before they're able to fully step in and fill in the gap. Nevertheless, I feel they should be given an opportunity. For some reason, you don't hear much about the Gen Xers and their place in the market. They're like this forgotten generation. But there's no doubt in my mind, if you place the needs of millennials over this group, you would definitely lose some great talent. The alternative is they will stay, but they will fail to produce to the level of their potential. So, your boomers may not care as much considering the fact that they're almost out of the door. But if they leave before you're ready for them to do so, and your Gen Xers are in a state of hopelessness or disengaged, you may be hard pressed to grow or, better yet, sustain your business. The third reason I consult against this trend is you will send the wrong message to your team. By sending the wrong message, I mean you will give your employees the impression that all they have to do is make a demand and you would meet it. In most cases, some of these requests are not feasible. For example, some jobs cannot be performed remotely and some environments cannot handle extreme flexibility. Therefore, before you make any changes, you must first ensure that the changes make business sense. Another danger in sending the wrong message is you set employees up for failure because they never learn the art of progression or growth. It is said that millennials want to be leaders, but leadership skills, depending on the industry, may take some time. So, you must be realistic and help your employees to be realistic as well. It is simply not wise to place them in situations that they lack the experience, in some cases, the maturity to handle. Nevertheless, in my opinion, the most dangerous consequence of sending the wrong message is benefits suddenly become viewed as rights. We are seeing this unfold right before our eyes in terms of the Affordable Health Care, talks of mandatory paid leave, an increase in the minimum wage, and so many other things. So let me be clear. I'm not saying I'm either for or against these changes. What I am saying is that these are clear examples of how things that were once considered benefits all of a sudden becomes a mandate. Following trends is not always the best course of action. Sometimes sticking to the basic is a better option and is exactly what I would recommend in this case. Basing your workforce planning strategies on the needs of one group of employees is not sustainable and will be a huge mistake. Instead, I would recommend you try these 5 strategies to improve your workforce today. Number 1, create positions with purpose. Number 2, price jobs accurately and competitively. Number 3, let employees do what you have hired them to do. Number 4, hold them accountable and reward performance. And number 5, expand learning and growth opportunities. In other words, take a look at your goals. Determine the knowledge, skills, abilities, and characteristics needed to get you where you would like to be, and then build jobs as well as career tracks around these facts. Then price the job competitively. Most employers have trouble with this because they try to benchmark jobs using generic titles and pay in accordance with others in the market. I advise against this strategy simply because job titles can be deceiving. Instead, I recommend you conduct a job analysis and price the job based on the role requirements, the rank of the job in your organizational structure, as well as the impact it has on your ability to meet your goals. I have included a link to a free job analysis in the description box. You are welcome to use it to improve the positions within your organization. Once you have created the job, priced it, as well as selected the best fit, let the employees do what you have hired them to do. I am always amazed when I hear employees say their skills are not being fully utilized or their manager stands in the way of them doing their best work. Listen, you hire employees for one or two reasons. Either you don't have the skill set to do the job or you lack the time. In exchange, you pay them and provide perks to fill the void. So stop wasting precious resources. Give them room to work, practice and improve their craft, and then hold them accountable for the job you have hired them to do. If they're having some issues, step in and provide assistance, but then let them do the work. Evaluate performance, address shortcomings, and then variably reward those who meet or exceed the standard. Last but certainly not least, expand learning and growth opportunities. If you are taking anything from this presentation, or if there's only one thing you take away, I would like for it to be this. Learning and growth opportunities is the greatest benefit that you can provide as an employer. Not only does it benefit the employee, but it benefits you, the employer, as well. So if you're going to follow any trend out there at this moment, I would suggest it be the one of investing in the learning and growth opportunities of your employees. So, as I close, I want to remind you that the role of the employer and its top management team is to set the company's focus to meet its goals. You hire employees to do the things you need done. In exchange, you pay them a salary or wage for their services and offer some perks to show them that you appreciate them. It is a market. You are selling jobs, or shall I say, purchasing talent. That's the employer employee relationship. It is perfectly normal and smart, might I add, to tap into what employees want so that you can offer the right mix of salaries and benefits. This is all so that you can attract the best talent. But if you allow a small percentage of employees to dictate how you accomplish this task, you will no doubt lose sight of your brand. That is because you will forever be changing directions, which will prohibit you from establishing your identity. So, set your focus and enlist individuals with congruent expectations to help drive your business forward. Well, that's going to do it for this month's Brunch and Brainstorm series. If you want more information about this topic or have a question for me, please feel free to reach out. You can submit a form on the hrstrategist.net website, or you can email me, kherring at the hrstrategist.net. Again, that is KHERRING at the hrstrategist.net. I would love to connect with you. If you're on social media, you can find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and my Facebook community page at www.facebook.com/HRMCCC. I will be back next month with a new discussion. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to get exclusive content from me, the HR Strategist, visit thehrstrategist.net and sign up for email updates. Until then, please remember to be strategic about your business, and I thank you for watching.